What's up, y'all? This is Jamil Cruz from EXUDE Magazine, and I'm sitting here with the oh-so-talented Miss Adri V, WBLK Zone. Miss Adri V. What's up, Adri V?
What's good, Mr. Cruz?
Good. Everything's good. How's everything with you?
Life is great. I can't even complain.
Absolutely.
I can't.
So why don't you just tell everybody a little bit about yourself? You know, you've been doing this radio thing for quite some time. So.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. You know, I hate talking about myself, but since you're making me, of course, I go by the name of Adri V, the Go Getta. I got that name from my friends just because anything and everything I wanted to do, I went after it. I went to go get it. I seeked after it. And that's pretty much where my name came from. But a little bit about myself. I started interning at WBLK when I was 16.
Wow.
I was given an opportunity by a great woman who pretty much took me under her wing, taught me a lot, and just let me just be a kid and hang out at the station as much as possible. I started out in a promotions department, and then pretty much just trying to hang around the jocks and then staying after with the jocks. And then I eventually was working under Dwayne Terry, also known as DT, who started like Unsigned Hype, the whole unsigned artist movement here. So I was interning with him, continued to intern with him through high school. Then I did Late Night Noise, which is a television show, hip-hop show with him, and that was all through high school. And I continued that stuff through college, where I went to University of Buffalo, graduated with my BA in communications. Then I did a minor in media studies and did 2 certifications in journalism and PR. So I was just working and grinding. But it's just like, you know, I realized at a young age I wanted to do radio. So I just took it from there and just been running with it and just keep grinding. Of course, here at WBLK, finally after graduation, I'm a sister, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter. I love working with youth, and you know, just been pretty blessed so far. Hope I didn't ramble on too much. No.
Yeah, no. So you know, you're in radio now, and you could have, obviously you're well versed in your educational background. So what was it about radio that really kind of caught your attention? Man,
it's crazy because when I was younger, I was just always a talkative kid, like just talking all the time. Kindergarten, my report card. It's sad when you're in kindergarten, the teacher's like, Adriana, shut up, or go in the corner, or it's like nap time, Adriana. Even nap time, I'm talking. So it's like, since I was probably in kindergarten and just all through high school, my report cards would say, Adriana, it's a pleasure to have in class, but needs to shut up. Like, literally, the report card probably said that. Or wherever my mom would come in and talk to the teachers, it would always be about me running my mouth. So just like when I was younger, my mother brought me a talk boy. You know the little talk? It was like a talker though, because it was purple. Yeah. And so I would like literally talk into that and act like I was on the radio. And then she brought me a karaoke machine because I can't sing, but I asked her for it because I wanted to like record myself talking. But I grew up listening to WBLK, and during the time we had like Hooker and Break of Dawn, and we had Shay Moore, and we had Kendra G, and then just so on Alexis, and like listening to these women on the other side of the radio. Like I would literally get off the cheese bus, run home, like when other kids trying to turn on television to watch all the other channels, I was running home, turn on the radio first, and then of course I would turn on BET and watch Teen Summit and Big Tigger. But for me, radio was like what it was. For me, radio was television. So I would just literally sit there and listen, and I was like, one day I'm gonna be on the other side of this box. Like I'm gonna be on the other side of this box one day. And you know, just from the very beginning, like I said, I'll be upstairs practicing as if I was on the radio, and I just stumbled upon one of my old tapes, and I just sound so crazy. But since a kid, like I had these big dreams, and I knew what it is I wanted to do, which was, you know, rare for some people. And just pretty much started there. And from there, I just been blessed with opportunities and blessed to have people in my life who pretty much opened up doors for me and pretty much was like mentors and dropping as much wisdom and jewels. So it just was like running with it after that. Doing a radio here at WBLK, and while in college, I was general manager of WRUB Radio, where I got an understanding of how to run a radio station versus being on the air. And because my long-term goal is one day owning my own radio station. So that was definitely a hands-on experience dealing with underground radio. So it was definitely interesting.
So you said your long-term goal, you know, hopefully you hope to own your own radio station one day. Like, you know, is that something that you're still striving towards now?
Absolutely. Or? I feel like it's certain steps you have to take, and strategically in my head, my steps is to learn everything on the ground, meaning being a radio personality, because people think being a radio personality is the glamour and glitz and that's the end all be all and that's it when you make it. For me, I'm just like, no, I'm trying to cut checks for the radio personalities. I'm trying to first do this, then get behind the scenes, and then be able to put more people on like myself, simply because I know what it's like being a young black girl wanting to be on the radio. So therefore I could be a mentor and be a young black entrepreneur, you know, kind of like thing. So definitely I want to start here, moving to the general manager position. We got the PD position, and just moving up from there, and definitely trying to be like Radio 1 and own something.
So you got your break in, you know, in radio. You're working for like the most exclusive radio station here in West New York. Did you find yourself, you know, having to overcome any obstacles, being like a, you know, a female jock here at the only urban station here in the market?
I think the most thing that you have to overcome obstacles is doors shutting and being persistent and consistent with going after the things that you want. And people will tell you no, and some people will tuck the tail under their legs and walk away and just keep going because they got that no being told to them. But if you are really adamant about something, and you really want something, you're going to go after it. Like I have this whole saying, you got to ask for it, seek for it, knock down the door for it. And I took it from the Bible, ask, seek. Those who ask shall receive, those who seek shall find, those who knock the door shall be open. And I just have always taken that way of operating seriously, because it's like a closed mouth don't get fed. But if I keep opening my mouth, you're going to hear me one day. You're going to get annoyed and sick of hearing me, and you're going to listen. Or I'm going to keep knocking at this door until you open it. Or I'm just going to break it down. And I think the only obstacle that I really have faced is just, you know, having someone tell me no. And then just really trying to figure out a way to make them say a yes. But pretty much being in this industry is cutthroat, period. And as a female, you have to have your stuff tight. You can't be sloppy about it. And as a young black female, you have to be as professional as possible, because we are completely looked at in a whole nother way. And of course, you know, just like this industry, just period, you have to keep yourself in a way that you're not going to utilize the things that's between your legs to try to get you to your next level. Absolutely. So I think that's definitely one thing of making sure you don't go into the whole thing sex sells. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sex sells, but I'm going to keep my sex to myself. You got to have some integrity. And that's pretty much it, having integrity and making sure that you don't allow people to just shut you down. You know what I mean? You take the shutdown, you run with it, take it as constructive criticism, whatever it is they're saying, but you got to keep going after and being persistent. That's pretty much it. Some people get knocked down and just like, all right, I'm out.
So you actually got a chance to interview a lot of great artists.
Yeah.
Who were some of your, if you can recall, some of your favorite people that you got a chance to interview?
Wow. What's great about the fact that I went to University at Buffalo is while there, I was like extremely active on campus. I was probably part of everything, and especially being a part of the student association where I was the hospitality coordinator, where I had to set up the different dressing rooms for the artists that came through or the speakers, and I was the entertainment part of the entertainment team, and then also events. But when I was part of the entertainment team, I always got to go to the hottest concerts that UB had, which is Spring Fest and Fall Fest. And at one of the Spring Fest, I got a chance to meet KRS-One. And KRS-One is like the philosopher of hip-hop. He's like the professor. Legend. Yes, legendary. And it's just like being there and listening to him talk and just go in about hip-hop and what it means and how he was a part of the whole movement. And it was just like, for me, out of anybody that I've ever met, he was like the person I was just like, you know, for a minute I was like, okay, you got to get back into this because you got to interview this guy. But for me, he was like that person I was just like, yes, yeah. This is what it's all about. Thank you for this opportunity, Lord.
That's what's up. So, you know, also outside of, you know, the whole radio thing, you are really active in the community. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us a little bit about your foundation?
Well, my foundation is the I Am a Go Getter Foundation, which is a program and initiative. The whole thing with the I Am a Go Getter is really pushing youth and young adults to strive for their goals, to dream big dreams, and to go after them pretty much with nothing holding you back. And I have a program that I do out at a community center that I'm actually on a board at. And also I have a Go Getter Scholarship, which is afforded to a senior at McKinley High School who actually is graduating, going to a 4-year college, and has pretty much been a go-getter throughout their years of being in high school, from volunteering in their community to being active in their actual school, and just really possessing the qualities that is necessary of being a go-getter. So it's just like, I really love it, because when I was younger, you wanted to have somebody to look after you. You wanted to have people to mentor you. You wanted to have programs that you could go to. I went to a program called Yo Buffalo. They don't even have it anymore. So seeing that void, I was like, yo, I have to create a program that is geared to the youth and that will help them and build them for that next step, which is college. That will build them for that next step, which is their profession. So pretty much having life skills and workshops where we bring in different speakers from the different professions they're interested in, taking them on college tours, helping them with their resumes, job applications, and just also equipping them for the necessary things, such education, whether it's learning how to public speak, just the different things that they are not necessarily being taught in school, and just really enlighten them on other things as well. So it's like, I am a go-getter is near and dear to my heart, and I just love working with the youth.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about being a go-getter a lot. So what advice would you give to like the young go-getters that's out there, even some of the older go-getters that really haven't found their way just yet? Like, what advice would you give them to really try to pursue and pursue those goals and those passions that they have?
It's funny because I'm still pursuing my goals and my passions, so it's just like I get advice still. But the advice that I can give from the experiences that I have had is, like I said before, don't let nobody tell you no, and don't let nobody try to knock your dream. My own mother, love her to life, think she's an awesome mom. When I said, Mom, I want to go to school for communication. Girl, what you go to school for communication for? You're not going to ever get a job when you graduate. And this is stupid. You need to just go to school to be a nurse, because you're guaranteed a job. The nursing field, they're always going to need nurses. You need to go into the medical field. And my mother literally just straight shot my dream down without me saying, Mom, well, I think I'm good at talking. I mean, I just want to get paid to do what I love. But she just shut it down. And if I would have just been like, okay, Mom, and just did that, I would be miserable. So definitely, one, don't let nobody shut your dream down or let nobody tell you no. Figure out a way to turn it into a yes, or create your own lane. I think there's so many opportunities out there that we have yet to explore, simply because we're trying to do it in a way that we have seen people did it before. Definitely got to be innovative and go out and try to figure out in another way. If a radio station is not opening the door for you, you can start your own internet radio station. You could do blog talk radio. You could do a podcast. It's like so many ways you could be as innovative as possible. Definitely dreaming big. I think so many people do not dream anymore, because they just feel like you got to be realistic. What is realistic? What is being realistic? I guarantee the person who created a light switch wasn't thinking realistically. And it's just like, it's important that we dream big. And if you stop dreaming, like, what's next? There will be no more great inventions. There will be no more iPhone S. There will be no more, next thing we're going to be talking into the air. It would be no more of those great kind of inventions. So definitely dream big, continue to dream. Be persistent as possible. Don't let nobody steal your dreams, and just keep knocking at the doors and be as innovative as possible. And just whatever it is, no matter what it is, just go get it and go after it, full speed ahead like a train. Just keep going and knock down anything that comes in your way. For me, that's pretty much it when it comes to that.
So people wanted to find you. Where can they find you online?
You can find me at adrivthegogetter.com. You can find me on Twitter at Adri V the Go Getter. Facebook, Adri V the Go Getter. I try to keep everything as the same as possible. Find me on Facebook, yes, Twitter, at my website, and shoot, you can call me 214-70 Adri V.
You want to sit and talking with us, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you, I appreciate it. What's good? It's your girl Adri V, the Go Getter from 93.7 WBLK, and you're rocking out, of course, with none other than the best magazine there is, EXUDE. It's Adri V. I'm out.